This workout is gonna be for your forearms. All you need is dumbbells and some sort of pulley system to build nice forearms. Try this follow along exercise, and I promise you over time, you will build nice vascular forearms. Wait to the very end as I give you other tips that have helped me build a very vascular body more than just my forearms. This workout, we're gonna be alternating and supersetting from using your pulley system. Here I'm using a flywheel pulley system because I'm outdoors, but any pulley system at your local gym or your garage gym will do. Then I recommend having a different weight of dumbbells, one lighter and one heavier, or having just adjustable dumbbells will be fantastic. Now, I love having these grips as a bar is not that good for your wrist bones. Having a curved angle is better for your wrist because our own anatomy has a curve to our wrist. So I typically do these little angled curves, and you can find them in the description of this video. Now, how I want you guys to target your forearms is you're going to include your fingers. You're going to extend your fingers, which is this action, and then you're gonna curl or flex your fingers, which is this action. Then I'm gonna tell you to extend the wrist, which is this, and then flex the wrist, which is that. This will really target your forearms. Next strategy is gonna be how you're placing your arms, whether they're closer to you or further away. So I'm gonna do some closer, and then I'm gonna do some further away, and then we're gonna be changing the wrist position, flexing or extending, or extend the fingers and then flex the fingers. I'm gonna show you exactly what to do. All you need to do is follow along and do this exercise frequently. Start on your pulley system, and then we're gonna first start with just keeping your arms to your side and doing curls where you flex the wrist at the very top. So do partial curls, just getting the sense of how to flex the wrist. Do 10 repetitions of that, of just flexing the wrist. 2 hands, and then you can do 1 hand each side for more targeted work. 10 reps. Make sure you're really squeezing your hand along the bar or whatever grips you're using with even contact with all of your fingers. Now, I want to focus on extending the wrist and then extending the fingers. Then you're going to flex the fingers and flex the wrist. So start curling, flex the wrist, and then extend the wrist and extend the fingers, bringing the weight or pulley system all the way to the very tips of your fingers. So now, the weight is on the very tip of your fingers. You're then going to flex the fingers, and then flex the wrist, and then curl up. So practice the curling of the fingers, curling of the wrist, and then slowly allow the wrist to extend and the fingers to slowly drop the weight towards the end of your fingers. As you guys can tell, this will stretch all of these tendons where a lot of your forearm musculature is. You have lots of forearm muscles because you have lots of fingers. So you must train your wrist and your fingers because a lot of your forearm musculature goes from the elbow joint all the way through into all of the wrist bones and intertwined in through your hand. So you must strengthen your hand. So here's the workout as follows. Start with 2 hands and then go to 1 hand until you get the hang of it. So let's go 2. Curl the wrist, curl the fingers, extend the wrist and extend the fingers. Remember, curl the wrist, curl the fingers, extend the wrist, extend the fingers. Do that concept when you're training your arms, and this will help build the forearms of your dreams. So we got this plane of motion here, then we're gonna do this range of motion here. And then I'm gonna teach you how to rotate the forearm, which is very simple, palms down into palms up. And then you're going to include all of the range of motion at once. This will help build the arms of your dreams and the vascular body of your dreams, because this concept works with your toes, your feet, all the way through your calves into your thigh bones to help build that natural ripped physique that you see in people's bodies. So now, we're gonna include all of these range of motions in one. I'm gonna show you how to then bring your forearm up, going all the way like this, curling just like so. If we master the first concept, now I'm then gonna ask you to then bring your thumb all the way towards your body by curling the wrist. It's like you have a hammer and you're trying to bring the hammer and you're hitting the hammer against your head. This range of motion and slowly letting it go, and then this. This will hit the part of the muscle that goes along your radius bone, or that's your thumb side bone. You guys can see it there. All right, so now, remember, you're gonna extend the wrist, extend the fingers, flex the wrist, and then you're gonna do the thumb to the elbow. Do that all as one for 10 reps now. Now, rotate by starting with the palms down and then go palms up. Palms down, palms up. Do all of those range of motion with the wrist, fingers, thumbs, and then the forearm, all right? All right, guys, we did 10 reps of the finger curls, wrist curls. Now started to include the forearms to rotate with the pulley system. Then we're gonna superset this using dumbbells of your choice. I like doing different stimuluses for your body. A pulley system, which has a rope, does feel different than weights. That's why I need you to have both of these things at your disposal. All of the fitness equipment I recommend is in the description of this video, so if you're wondering what workout equipment I use that allows me to work out outdoors to build a nice healthy tan, plus enjoy outdoor nature, look in the description of this video because I got you guys covered. Being tan and just being outdoors will change your mood and it will change your physique. Other strategies for help ripped forearms is if you're really hairy, it's hard to see your forearms and it's hard to see your skin, trim your forearm hair and I promise you'll start to see your forearm muscles better. And add a lot of coconut oil. Those are the two strategies that I recommend for the people who are still watching. I promise you, you will thank you. The rest goes for any kind of limb. Trim your hair, that way you can see the skin, and add some oil daily to your body. All right, choose whatever weight you have. I have 40 pounds. Same concept goes, is with the extending of the wrist and curling of the wrist, all right? Extend the wrist and then extend the fingers. Allow the weight to go to the tips of the fingers. Then focus on flexing the fingers, curling the wrist, and then curl. Oh yeah, that burns. Extend the fingers, extend the wrist. Let the weight go to the tips of the fingers. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Flex the fingers, flex the wrist, and curl. Oh. And then slowly let it drop. Extend the wrist, extend the fingers, weights to the tips. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Flex the fingers, flex the wrist. Yes, slowly let it go, guys. That is tough, but that builds the entire arm, all the way through the biceps tendon, all the way up into the arm. This will build your forearms and build the peak as well, guys. I promise you, look at these results. All right, now, that was just in this range of motion here. Now we're gonna do where we thumbs to the shoulder or holding the hammer like I told you. Start with the palms down, then go palms up. Now I'm gonna change my weight because that was pretty heavy. So now I'm going to 30 pounds. Again, benefits of adjustable dumbbells are infinite. This does feel different than my pulley. I like having both. If you have both, you're gonna benefit. Start palms down, hands in the front pocket, start to curl. Then you go all the way back, rotate, go palms down. That's how you get the forearm more involved. But remember the fingers. Let the weight go to the tips of the fingers. Curl the wrist in. Curl it all the way up. Palms up now. Slowly start to go palms down. There you go. Now I'm gonna show you the other part. Remember, my elbows have been close to me. You also can use bringing your arms further out, bring your shoulders behind you, which is gonna stretch your arms away from the body. Which makes it honestly a little harder. So I'm starting a little bit away, and then I slowly come to me. Starting away, because that allows you to get this full stretch position. This is different than this. It does stress this elbow joint a little bit more, but it builds the tissue around the elbow. Now, the flexion of the wrist, which is this action, you also can do stuff behind you. So let me show you using the pulley system. Grab the pulley system, curl your wrist, curl the fingers, grab whatever weight it is, and then bring the arm behind you, and you're gonna now involve your triceps, shoulder musculature, and more of the back. But you're really going to build a lot of this forearm meat right around here from doing this. Here's what it looks like. So at the very end, I'm going like this. Grab that pulley system, walk away from a little bit, that way it pulls your arm in this position here. You're just focusing on squeezing the back, arms behind you, curling the wrist and the fingers. So it's like you're going like that. The next one is just gonna be doing forearm things just like this, like you're typing. You're then gonna bring your arms up and down like this, holding some weight. So you got your weight, holding it up on something or up in the air, slowly going up and down with the wrist. That's pretty tough. So, all of the concepts include the fingertips and more of the hand musculature and the wrist. So guys, that is a workout to build forearms of your dreams. Hope you guys like this video. There's more videos about how to build a healthy physique. Like these videos. If you want more of these videos, watch my next video on this channel about how to build 6-pack and 8-pack abs.